How many rabbit YouTubers come online to show you how many their rabbits have given birth to, and the excitement is so much, and we are all happy when our rabbits have so much or a bigger litter. But what we don't see is how many of these babies actually survive. And today I'm going to discuss with you some of the things that you can do within your scope that will ensure that you give these beautiful babies a chance to survive. You're looking at 3 months old babies, and it's 11 of them that were born, and all 11 of them are thriving, doing wonderful, and living their best life. And today I'm going to discuss with you some of the reason why this is possible and what you should do. Of course, there are so many things that are not within your control, such as bad genetics or bad mother or genetical issues, as in the baby is not formed properly, or the father and the mother are not compatible, so they might bring unhealthy babies. And there is the issue of, if you're doing inbreeding, the babies not being healthy, because obviously they are close families, and therefore it is not always advisable for you to practice certain things when it comes to breeding rabbits. Of course, certain things like the rabbit's mom herself having some kind of diseases that you're not aware of before you breeding them can also affect how healthy the babies are. But all said, let's look at some of the things that are within our jurisdiction or within our control for us to ensure that these rabbits, or all the rabbits or the babies or the kids, survive all the way to maturity, 3 weeks, and all of them being well. Well, I call it credit, because I've seen so many bad examples. So, this is Rabbito Farmino, in case you don't know. Subscribe and let's go. Point number one: when the rabbit is about to give birth, it's very important for you to prepare a warm and safe, clean nesting area. Okay, I'm using the word warm. If you're in Africa, there is a different way of doing it. And if you're in Europe or in the West, where it's cold is an issue, there's another way of doing it. So basically, make sure you line up the inside with very soft materials. If it's straw, very soft, because mommy will remove her fur before giving birth. Are you looking at them as they were just born? The second reason is to ensure that mother has adequate food and water for nursing. Now, this is so important. As you can see, soon as she gave birth, I let her out. She came out and she foraged. She is so tired. As you can see, she's desperately picking what she wants to eat. And that's the way I relate to Beverly. I give her a free flow of the farm, not the farm, of the house garden, their enclosure. And as you can see, there is good nutrients right there, fresh, for her to pick what she wants to pick. There's dandelion there that is full of calcium, protein, and other stuff. And beside that, she's got a fine, very nutritious pellet that she is basically unlimited for her now. She's going to feed 11 babies. For her to be able to support these 11 babies is so important for her to eat as much as she can. And I sort of create the environment where she's also exercising. And yeah, that's the way I think that a little bit of game here and there to stimulate her. And it all make her so happy. So that means she is going to provide enough milk for the babies. And as you can see, when it's time to feed them, she goes and she let them feel so comfortable feeding 11 babies with how many titties has she got? Probably 8 or 10. And therefore she have to manage to let every one of them. Remember, she's got only 3 minutes to feed all of them. And I know as they are able to come in the hatch, they are able to feed themselves and nibble on stuff. So it's very important for you to keep mommy very, very nutritiously fed. Now, the next one to do to ensure is that you checking these babies for health issues. You have to check them daily. So important. You have to check that their eyes is not watery, and you have to check their eyes and then their ears. You have to check their belly and make sure all of them, their belly is full. And try to give them, minimal touch because they don't like it too much. So you touch them, you play with them, they will get used to you eventually, and they will know that you are there for their welfare. So that's very important as well, to make sure you check them all the time. At the same time, you avoid touching them too much because that might get them to stress. They might stress because they don't know you, basically. And in their DNA from day one, they know that they are prey animals, which means other animals feed on them. So that might stress them if you keep touching them. It's very important for you to provide a balanced diet with all the necessary vitamins. So you can derive these from plants, from the grass you feed them, not just hay, but various grass. If you're in Africa, we've got tree ducks. Tree ducks is totally underrated in Africa. It's a very, very good, nutritious food for rabbits. And then the one we call the juice, the one with the juicy thing that when you cut, you see some milky stuff. These are very juicy for even the baby bunnies is good for them. And we'll get into a video separately where people think, oh, fresh grass is not good for baby rabbits. Well, everything in moderation is good, but that's for another video. So you make sure you give them all the necessary vitamins and anything that they need to thrive. Okay, the next one, this is number 6, is monitoring for signs of dehydration or malnourishment. So you'll have to monitor your baby rabbits and mother as well for signs of malnourishment and dehydration, which means unlimited water. You have to make sure that they have unlimited water. So as you can see, all these little bunnies they're getting their milk, their hydration from mommy's milk. But also when they get to this stage, you have to make provision for them to have enough water because they are feeding on dry hay and they're also feeding on dry pellets. So you have to make sure you balance it's by giving them unlimited water. Of course, they will not come and tell you they are thirsty, but if you provide it, you realize that they will go and drink it. Okay, so the next one, ensure the environment is predator proof. So this is a no-brainer. Rabbits are prey animals, from cats when they are small to whatever animal you want to name. They all prey on rabbits. So you need to make sure that the enclosure where you keep the babies especially is predator proof. Next thing is you have to ensure that you don't allow the babies when they are young, too young, to go anywhere near adults, especially the males, as all males think about is reproducing, and therefore they will find anything around the mommy to be some kind of stumbling block, and they might attack the babies. So another important thing, which is the 9th point, is keeping the area free of sudden noise. It's very important for you to ensure the area is soundproof. Like you see, they have area there. The way I build this hutch is the nesting box becomes their hiding area for whenever they feel threatened, they can go there and hide. In conclusion, you can also consult a vet to find out more of what you can do to give these rabbits the best life. Well, in my opinion, I don't really go to vets, because I believe when you feed them well, there is no need for vet. But if that floats your boat, go ahead and check out vet and get some medical advice regarding your rabbits. So thank you very much for everything and for supporting this channel. Please subscribe, because all we want is to share all our experience in our rabbitry with you, so that we can all be successful together. This is another Rabbito Farmino production. We'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.